Good morning. I'm Brucey Rivers. You're watching Los Banos Today. Los Banos Today is brought to you by Santos Ford, the Central Valley's king of trucks. Call them today at 209-826-4921. Let me say that again, 209-826-4921. You can find them located at 617 West Pacheco Boulevard. Don't forget that name, Santos Ford, the Valley's king of trucks. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Los Banos Today, the morning show. I'm Brucey Rivers, your host, and I'm excited today. I'm excited every day, but I'm really excited today. I got two gentlemen here with me, one dear friend, but I think I'm going to do it in the hierarchy. I'm going to first introduce Michael Pierick, the club director of the Boys and Girls Club of Merced County. And we got some exciting news for you. And then the man that brought me the news, a longtime friend, Chuck Erreca, he's going to be one of our community volunteers. Hey, the Boys and Girls Club is coming to the LB. All over the Big Valley and Cali. And these two young men are going to tell us all about it. And I guess I'll follow suit. Let me start I'll start with Chuck since he started with me, and then we'll bring the boss in, the boss man. So, ladies and gentlemen, Chuck Erreca, a dear friend. We're here at Los Banos Today, the morning show. I'm Bruce Rivers, and we're going to talk about the Boys and Girls Club coming to LB. Chuck, take it away.
Thank you, Pastor Bruce. Well, I'm honored and humbled to be here, and the invitation that you extended to me, I appreciate that. And it's something that I've seen is needed here in town, and it wasn't really a new idea. My friend Michael Johnson, who since moved to New Mexico, he had tried to get the Boys and Girls Club started, to get it started in 2009. It just wasn't right for the city at the time. But, I believe that, God has a plan, and, God's doing great things in our community, and he's been doing great things in my life. And, his children came together. I believe his children came together to make this happen. And, for the kids, for the kids, number one. And, it also enriches our community also. It helps our community out by providing jobs for the community and, jobs for local people. There's just a lot of benefits to the Boys and Girls Club that brings to our community, and I just see the huge need for that here in town. The main reason I had seen the need for it is, as you know, we have a lot of commuters here in town, and most of the commuters, when they're gone working, their kids are home from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. That's right. And who do they have to look up to but their friend coming over, with a bag of weed and a case of beer, and they don't have a positive influence there. They don't have someone to look up to, and the Boys and Girls Club provides them with a positive influence. It provides them with skill training for leadership and computer skills, and and also for the education part of it. The grade school to high school. They offer after school programs that are that help them continue their education by tutoring. Tutoring they just all different programs to help kids succeed, and that's what really impressed me about it. Yeah.
Chuck, thank you. Michael, you are the club director is that over in Merced? Over in Merced. Okay, so I'm going to toss you the mic, and you tell us how you got here and whatever. Then I got a couple of questions that we've all discussed, and we're going to let the people know what's going on. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Michael Pierick from...
Good morning, Pastor. I originally joined into the movement back when I was probably 8 or 9 years old, a summer camp kid down in Greater San Diego Boys and Girls Club. Came to Merced in 2012, student athlete at UC Merced, and found my way working within our Merced County local Boys and Girls Club. Was excited to return back to the movement, was excited to help the youth where my passion is. And the Boys and Girls Club, like Chuck said, is a great place for these kids to find mentorship, role models, positive influence, but turn those expertise and those skills that they have at such a young age, the creativity, and turn it into something, into a passion. Give them the opportunity to go out there and explore, create a job, create a career out of it, whether that's higher education or their workforce right away after high school.
And so you said you came from San Diego, and you look like you're 12 years old. So all you guys look so young. And student athlete, what did you play?
I was a basketball player. I played sports my entire life,
Okay.
and had a blast with all of them. But basketball was the one that I decided to find a way to be the short kid on the court and make it happen. So, but sports taught me a lot of things about life and a lot of things that I kind of translated over here to the workforce and how I help these younger kids explore their interest.
And when did you take over the Boys and Girls, the directorship here?
Back in October, so about 6 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah, so
fresh blood.
yes.
Fresh blood. All right. Let me move forward in a couple of areas. Chuck's been in our community. He's been a good friend of mine all the way from when I met him over at that car rental place. We're not giving out no free publicity. You got to come see me if you want some. But that's how we do. But we're dealing with local businesses, local community programs, and everything else in our community. Let people know what's happening in Los Banos today. And that's what the morning show is all about. I'll throw this out to whoever wants to answer it, Chuck or Michael. Tell us and our viewers how it came to be that the Boys and Girls Club was coming to Los Banos, other than, like you said, it started with your friend. And so how does it go? Who wants to answer? Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. I'll just do a few words. Yeah, back in 2009, the idea was visited, and it wasn't the right time for the city. 2014, go forward there, and it was revisited again, and God willing, we had a great communication with the city, and people came together with the city, and the support there, enthusiasm, to try to get this thing going. And I was very impressed by that, with the excitement that the city had for the program. And it's something that, for me, it was something I believe I was called by God to try to get it to here, for the kids. And but it's also had a couple people that inspired me to try to help it along. One of them was MacArthur Washington. God rest his soul. He was a gentleman here. He was very active in the community. Back in the 80s, he helped start rehab programs for those who are addicted to drugs. And also another hero of mine, David Wilkerson, who started Teen Challenge from New York, Times Square Church. And he's someone that inspired me, too, to try to help the kids in our community.
Wow. I'm it's really funny. I know about Teen Challenge myself. I take many people court appointed to Teen Challenge in Watsonville and Fresno to try to help get their lives together from life-altering situations, we call them, okay? And as we work together, sometimes people know I'm a pastor, but I don't let my theology get mixed up with my sociology. If you're hungry, I'm going to feed you. If you need a coat, I'm going to try to find you a coat. If you need housing, we're going to try to find you housing. And historically, the church has been involved in all those things. But I grew up in Seaside, California. I got a dear friend who's the director over there, Ron Johnson. I don't know if you know Ron. Ron played in the NFL. He was a Philadelphia Eagle. We had 4 Eagles come out of our town. And Ron is the executive director at the Boys and Girls Club in Seaside. And so I'm sure you guys will get to meet. I'll make sure. They've got a great program there. And we want to have a great program here in our area. Mike, tell us what the benefits of the club is going to offer the boys and girls here in Los Banos.
Yeah, so the Boys and Girls Club nationally, helps alleviate those circumstances where kids are being peer pressured or put into situations with drugs and alcohol. So traditionally and nationally, we have provide teens an outlet and ways and resources to escape from those peer pressure situations. Our club has 3 main priority outcome areas, and that is academic success, as Chuck mentioned earlier, with a tutoring program called Power Hour, so it extends more than just tutoring. We help them learn and continue to learn, partnering hopefully with the school districts and different academic settings to assist these kids in and out of the classroom. The other outcome area is character and leadership, which is a huge responsibility of these kids that are maturing and growing up through adolescence to become responsible young figures and role models in their own community, their lives, and their families' lives. And then the last one is our health and life skills. And so this is where we talk about, little things like nutrition and what you eat, but also how do we grow those things? And then how do we be a good citizen? How do we be a good person in our community? And how do we impact every day? Even though we've done our job, how do we go out and continue to do that for others and serve? So through those 3 priority outcome areas, plus the mentors and the staff, the youth development professionals that are in those settings with those kids, the volunteers, the community supporters that all come together, it makes a unique experience for these kids. And not only the kids, but we call it a partnership with our families. So those kids that are have family situations at home that bring them to the club, we assist the kid and the family as well, working with them to make sure that these kids are growing up successfully.
I'm excited. Let me say this. So, Chuck, you said this, but I'm going to go back to Mike. You said that, so the city leaders, I guess that would be the mayor and those mayor, people and sure. Alex,
sure, yeah.
City manager.
Yeah, the city manager, Alex Cesaris, and the director of public works, Mark Fashion, and also the police chief, Gary Breezy, all very receptive. In fact, Gary helped me get some stats for the arrest rate for kids, and this is something that shows a need. Yeah, and for the rate for the provided data, that for kids 14 to 16, 24% of them were getting arrested for crimes here in town.
That's right, here locally.
Here locally, yes, sir.
Wow.
Yeah, here locally, yes, sir. And and then one thing that Michael touched on was providing meals for the kids. About meals for the kids. That's something I didn't know about, but I think that's a huge benefit also, because with another stat was from the school, the Los Banos School District, and the and the Census Bureau, that 48% of the kids here in town are living below the poverty level. So they may not even get a decent meal at home. Right. What I found out with the Boys and Girls Club, they get 3 meals, and and for the program they get 2 meals. They get breakfast and lunch, and I think that's huge for kids here, because some kids may not have a meal at all, at home. Wow. Yeah. Now,
Chuck, because I know, so we're going to be pretty much partnering with the community center right now.
Yes, sir.
Until we find a piece of land and build this thing. I know that's the dream. Everybody wants their own space, okay? But we want to say a big kudos, thank you to the community center and the people in that, and the city fathers and mothers that have come alongside, because that's what it takes. Collaboration is the right word. Yes. We're collaborating to make a life better for our children. Look, this is fresh news. You're getting this today about some of those stats and some of those things. So we're calling on volunteers.
Yes, sir.
We're calling on people to reach. We're trying to reach you, bring you to here we are today. Here we are today doing everything we can so that our children will have a better situation. First, Mike, tell us ways the residents here in Los Banos can get involved. How do we reach you? What do we do? I'm start with you, and then I'm going to come back to you.
Awesome. So just for the kids to get involved, they can register online. Our website, www.bgcmerced.org is going to be the best way to do it. They can also contact our facility over in the City of Merced. Our telephone number there is 209-722-9922. And then just as far as volunteers, just talking with Chuck, getting a hold of myself, let's get people involved and passionate, interested in helping our youth. This opportunity is going to go as far as our volunteers go, and so we pride ourselves on them along with the staff. We talked about the employment opportunities, and even if it's just an hour a week as a volunteer, even if it's 30 minutes a week, to come in and say hey to a kid, talk to them, see what's going on, because when they're not in the club, they have an opportunity to engage with that person or that individual outside of the club. And so it's a great way for our kids to get involved, our parents to get involved, our volunteers to get involved, along with our community supporters, just stopping by, those who support us, whether it's with materials, monetarily, but they're there, they're a presence. Let's get them involved with our kids and show them what success looks like.
Wow. I'm totally excited. And Chuck, you got to add anything to that, what he just said?
Yes, sir. Yeah, also the city council meeting is scheduled for May 16th, and I'm going to be going there, and I'm going to be making a PowerPoint presentation to formally ask for the support of the city council. We do have the support of the mayor, who's been great, and we have the support of the city manager, And so we wanted to ask for the support of the city council as well. And for the residents out there, if you'd like to come out and support the Boys and Girls Club coming to Los Banos, please, I welcome everybody and encourage everybody to come out and support the club coming here, for our kids, number one. Yeah.
Now, what's the date of that? That's the next city council meeting?
Yes, sir. That's the next city council meeting, which is scheduled for May 16th.
Okay. May 16th. So I think that's good. That's good. So remember, www.bgcmerced.org. www.bgcmerced.org. Go to the website. Look, let's just blow this thing up, okay? That's what we're talking about here. We want you to participate, want you to be a part. Like I say, all you commuters that are 70% of you that leave here every day, here's something for your children, and let's be the first ones to rush this thing. Let's shut, how to do when you get when the website shut down because they got so much traffic. Let's do that. Let's get it in there. 209-722-9922. Get it in there. Call this in. This is our stuff. Los Banos, this is news today for you. You got your kids, nothing to do. We've got great PAL programs. We've got all this other stuff going on. But here's an added caveat, something added, lunches, meals, great leadership already. So come in under this leadership banner, whether it's spiritual, theological, whether it's sociological, whatever. We've got something for everybody. And I know some people kind of get bent out of shape, all this stuff. Nobody wants to hear about this and but I'm telling you today, this is good for our children. This is great for our children. Mike, I guess we told us how the parents can enroll. They go to the website, right? Yes, sir. How does that say they enroll in the summer program? When's our target start date?
Now the start date, I don't think that's been released yet.
Have you done that yet?
June. The summer camp will start the first week after school, so that'll be June 4th, and it'll run all the way to the first week of August, right before school starts back up. Every single week, a kid can come in from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. They'll go through all the variety of activities and programs. Everything's included in that, plus the meals, plus field trips, and that's only $75 a week per kid. So it's a very low-cost opportunity for parents and those kids to get involved and get engaged weekly through the entire summer.
Watch this. So if you don't have a kid, but you got some extra money, sponsor a kid. That's the way I do stuff. Come in and say, hey, I want to invest in the children in our community to see that their lives stray on a straight and narrow instead of the crooked or like we call Broadway. Somewhere I read the road to destruction is very broad. A lot of stuff on that road that can take you out. But the narrow way is the way we should go in helping our children be better. And this is a great program. Now, June 4th, man, that's the day, startup day. I'll be in New York that day. So I won't be here for the I'm sorry, I won't be here for the grand opening. But I'll be here on the 5th. Come back, I'll fly back home on the 5th. But I'll make sure I have representation there from the organization that I head up, which is the church, and some of the other local pastors and whatnot. We will make sure that we're there. We'll begin to mobilize. We need to mobilize every facet of our community. Some of you big business owners, I'm going to call you out, not today, but I'm going to be calling on you. Kagome and 3-Pack, these different companies that are available to come help our young people and our children. Come on out and see us. I got some questions. Come on.
Is it going to be a ribbon cutting ceremony?
I'm sure it will be. Yeah, we'll film that, yeah.
We'll be there filming that.
Yeah, or the Los Banos today will film the ribbon. Now I'm really upset now because the 4th I won't be here. But we'll have here, the Los Banos today will be there for the ribbon cutting. I'll be in spirit. Maybe we'll start and do the ribbon cutting after I get back. Because I don't know, it don't always have to be on the day you start. Yeah, post ribbon. Maybe do it post or pre, But see, this is how we have fun though. This is where we give you the information that you can use here today. Mike, tell us about the future goals for the Boys and Girls Club in Los Banos. I know you're looking for a place and all that. Talk to us.
Yeah, so our goal is, starting with the summer camp, gather the interest, the support, the community, put them behind this, and then take this, and run with it. Go through an after-school program, which is where we're able to provide that setting and that area for these kids year-round. We're working in Merced, the city of Merced, and we're trying to get those teen hours late night, Friday and Saturday nights. There's a lot of opportunities that the Boys and Girls Club can provide to communities, to areas, and to give these kids a place to go. So when school's not in, the Boys and Girls Club is in, and those are where those kids can go to and use it as support. And so continuing the momentum, getting our kids in the facility, whether that's at the community center through this summer or wherever it may take us come the fall, but our goal is to continue to run with it and make sure these kids have a place to go and a place to do things that are fun.
I don't know about anybody else, but I can hear the applause already. I can hear the excitement already. And we just thank you for what you're doing and for our people, like our sponsors, like Santos Ford, like Central Valley Internet, the people that are helping us get this information to you all over our city and all over everywhere else. Los Banos is doing something. The Big Valley in Cali is real. We are here for your children, here for you. You commuters that are seeing this, that are watching it on your feeds coming home, there's something that protects and helps your kids. I get impassioned when I talk about kids. I lost one many years ago. But right now, all the things that we're trying to do is so no parent has to come home and cry over the loss of a boy or a girl, or a man or a woman. And so volunteers are needed. Get ready. Put your volunteer hat on. Boys and Girls Club is good. I watched it grow in my city. Herm Edwards, he played with the NFL also, played with the Eagles, his coach. Herm does a big golf tournament. I've got people, I'm going to be looking for sponsored people with my connections in the NFL and the music industry to come do something for Los Banos. Hey, this is where I live. This is my home. I'm impassioned about young folk. So, Michael, Chuck, anything you want to add before we close out? Anything you want to say?
I'll just say I'm extremely excited to be out here, come with the city of Los Banos and the entire county of Merced and really help continue to grow. I stayed in Merced and didn't go back to San Diego to continue to help grow and gather these kids and put them, to good work and have them become successful human beings in our lives. So, let's empower our youth, empower, today's tomorrow, and let's get them there to that next step and give them the success that they want.
Michael, let me hold on. I applaud you because people tell me the same thing. You left San Diego, where all the pictures in California are taken, because people say it never rains in Southern California. So all the pretty beach pictures and all that are taken in San Diego, and then they put different names on them. I grew up in Monterey, but you left Monterey to come to the Valley. So I applaud you, my friend. Thank you for coming and being a part of this community to reach our children. And getting with this guy right here, my dear friend. Chuck, tell us, give us some parting points.
Sure. I just wanted to say, Michael, thanks for coming. I really appreciate my friend Michael here for coming out and sharing about the Boys and Girls Club and what they do for our kids. And Pastor Bruce, I know I've known you for years, good friend of mine, and I appreciate you, inviting me here and giving us opportunity here to share the good news. And also, I want to thank David Hogue, who has a great platform here. And this is a great platform for our community because, we don't really have a lot of media outlets to help people know what's going on in our community. So I think this is huge. I think this is great. I think it's going to keep growing. And speaking of growing, I hope and pray the Boys and Girls Club will keep growing. And, I'm, again, asking for, everybody in our community, if encourage them to come and support the Boys and Girls Club. If anybody has a building they don't need, be happy to use it for our kids here in Los Banos. And, kids are number one.
It's really funny. We got some buildings right around the corner that people are retrofitting and doing things in. And, I even have 1,600 square foot. I can't say I can let you do it, but I can talk to the man that owns it. But there's a starting point. You need office space, you need those kind of things, and it's right downtown too. Look, I cannot emphasize or overemphasize what's getting ready to happen. Don't forget www.bgcmerced.org. Boys and Girls Club, great place to have your kids, great mentorship, great leadership. You've heard the three platforms: academics, what was the second? Character and leadership, and health and lifestyle, life skills. So hear that. 209-722-9922. That's where they reach you. Is that where they reach you to right now?
Well, I have a cell phone number if anybody would like to reach me. And if anybody would like to help, my cell number is 209-277-0169. And, again, like Michael said, even if you have an hour you want to donate of your time, I'll make sure to get the information to Michael, or a building, whatever resources that you can afford to provide for the kids here in Los Banos. Yeah.
Let me tell you this: giving makes you feel good. I know it makes me feel good. I'm honored to have both of you here today. We've done some good shows. Look, those of you out there in Los Banos Today land, y'all share this video with all your friends. Blow it up. Put it out there, and let's get a lot of views, a lot of likes, a lot of shares, and a lot of coming together. I beseech you, for another word. Let's do this. Los Banos Today. I'm Bruce C. Rivers. Have a great day.